His privateer hero, career best finish at Houston, Mr. Kevin Moranz. Hey, buddy.
How you guys doing?
We're great, man. We're great. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. You know what I mean? I'm pretty skinned up, unfortunately, from a qualifying 2 crash. But other than that, obviously, ended on a high note last night.
Yeah.
It wasn't a high note for the fantasy owners that picked you last week.
What? It wasn't?
Well,
because we picked you
See, now
last
you're
week.
going to get him
and
confused
we wanted
because
to
he
pick
doesn't
you this
follow
week
fantasy.
bad.
see, with the fantasy thing, me and Cole picked you last week at wherever we were, A2, and you really fucked us. And then this week, the people who picked you, you fucking literally made their whole night because you maxed out in points.
Yeah.
So us owners from last week are a little upset, and I'm thinking we're going to have to clippy the fucking salary for the next time
Yes,
we
because
pick
this
you.
is exactly what Kev thinks about when he's going to the
Oh
line.
my goodness!
This is what
I'm just
Kev's thinking
saying.
about when he's
I don't
going to the
like
line.
how
Is
you-
fantasy.
Hold on. Back up. I don't like how you just said owners as if you own me.
That is
Okay.
what we
I
are.
loved how that's how what Kev took out of that whole thing. Is
We
he's
are-
like, yo, I am nobody's.
We are fantasy team owners.
Yes. 'cause
Therefore, we
Players.
own.
Kinda like the
Therefore, we
promoters.
owned you.
You guys
Promoters
are
are
playing a. You guys are playing a game.
Do-
You're playing a game.
Yes,
Kev,
because
We're not-
Kev wouldn't go to
Hold
the
on.
line.
Kev,
That's what he thinks about.
Kev, do you play fantasy football?
Yes, I do.
You're an owner.
You're an owner. You
Oh,
own
God.
a fantasy football team, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Same
Okay.
thing.
Look, Kev,
different game.
I don't think that at all when I pick fantasy.
Got
So
you. You're talking about owner of a team, not owner of an individual.
Yes.
But a bunch of
Gotcha.
individuals on the motocross.
well, that'd be really
Yeah,
weird.
there you go. Yeah. So see, same thing, same game, or same thing, different game, different sport, whatever. Anyway.
No, all ball busting aside.
Okay,
We're
Dan
stoked for you.
Truman.
Yeah, no, great ride last night, man. Great ride. I saw you going around Starling in the whoops there, like towards the end, and I was like, holy shit, here we go.
Wait, how could you see me going around him in the loops?
Because you had gotten lapped literally like almost as you were about, like you got lapped and then he got lapped, but he was slowing up and like I could just see you in the background, like kind of making them. It was awesome. I could see it.
Yeah, dude, because I was in 17th for a fat while. They got around a couple guys. Or no, I mean, obviously I was like 20th, and then got around Cartwright, Clayson, pulled away from them, and then was coming up on Starling, and then Starling and I literally just like yo-yoed the whole time. Then McElrath went down, and he got going again right behind me, so I knew he was going to be coming on me.
Whoa.
Pause. That
Whoa.
didn't sound good.
Oh my god! Oh my
He was gonna
god!
be.
No, keep it rolling.
That's
keep it rolling.
a, that's a
he was
short
gonna
right
be-
there.
Grow up, guys!
No way.
Grow
That's
up.
totally a short in the future here. So Kev talking about
So
Stop
I
coming
knew
on
he
him.
was going to be chasing me down. Let's put it that way. So I knew I had to keep going if I didn't want to get passed, because obviously at that point I knew I was in 15. I knew last year I had P15 was my personal best at Salt Lake, and I had literally Starling right in front of me. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, dude, like I have my career best right in front of me. And I knew that he was struggling in the whoops. I was struggling in the whoops. We both were. So I knew if I got close enough and just sent it through the whoops, I could try to get past him. And sure as shit, second to last lap, literally right before the white flag, I just kind of said, screw it, sent it through the whoop a bit harder than I had been, and made the pass happen. And then as soon as I passed him, he kind of deflated, because I'm pretty sure McElrath got him on the last lap too. But yeah, to end up P14 career best, I can't be more stoked, to be honest.
That's awesome, man. So what was difficult about the whoops? Were they big? Was it just the way they were breaking down? What was causing the issues with them?
The way they were breaking down, they were just very cupped.
Okay.
I thought they were really good. Like, they were a good set of whoops. It was solid. It's just the line that I was taking was the main line,
Yeah.
and because it was a little bit shorter, a little bit more broken down, pushed down, but the cup was just getting gnarlier and gnarlier as the main event went on through that line, and I was too nervous to go outside of that line because I had a previous couple laps in the main event at the beginning, and it was not the move. So I just stuck with what I knew and just tried to get through it.
All right. So I got to ask you this because I pretty much have to ask you this every week. How was that quad out
Oh,
there?
here we go.
Dude.
Oh,
Okay, so that's one thing I was really proud of myself, though, too, because, like, one, I started second and then got shuffled back quick in
Yep.
the LCQ.
Yep.
So then I was sitting like 6, and I'm like, Kev, like, that's not the move. I was like, I didn't have doubt, but I was like, you gotta do something if you want this kind of deal. So I was kind of like I was getting a little bit deflated, let's put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And then got like the triple perfect, and I said, F it. Like, I was just going to send it because I knew that if you could get the first triple perfect, it was everything it had possible to get over the floor, and you would make it fine. But you have to get the first one perfect. So I ended up just hitting it perfect the second lap and just sent it. And immediately passed Marquez, came right up on short, passed short in the next section. The next lap, I got Norin in the whoops, and I was just charging for it, and I was like, let's freaking go. So it was sick. It was good, and then obviously made a mistake right before the finish line on like the second or third to last lap, and Starling got around me, and then, just kind of managed it. Had Freddie right on me in the last lap, but getting that quad on the last lap kind of saved me from carnage in that situation. So that was
At least
Yeah.
Chiz didn't take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that's rough. I'm
would-
sure, like, obviously love Freddie and Chiz to death, and I'm stoked to kind of be ish in their realm this year, but I am sure Chiz wants a start button so bad because he
Oh,
would have
yeah.
been A-okay if he had a button.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. That
So it's
was
got to be wildly frustrating.
gnarly.
So you saved that quad all the way to the LCQ? That was the first time you'd hit it? Did you hit it in free practice at all?
No, I did it once. I did it one time in qualifying and came up a little
Okay.
short and told myself I wasn't going to do it again. I said, not worth it. Not an ideal situation. Not worth it kind of deal. And then sure as shit. In the LCQ, make or break, I was like, let's go for it, boys.
So did you carry that over into the main as well? So obviously you moved from 20th up through the packets.
So the biggest thing was that I couldn't really do it in qualifying, and I did it once in qualifying, and it scared me, is because it was rutted, right? If it's
Yep.
rutted, you have to not only get the triple perfect, but you have to be perfectly in the line. You can't cross rut or be off balance at all to get that distance.
No,
Like,
thank
you
you.
literally have to be perfect.
I heard it
So
was 75
In
feet.
qualifying, it was tough because there was ruts. Like, I was B practice. I got screwed over by Cooper coming in, and they bumped me out of A.
Oh, is that what happened?
So-
Because I was going to ask that too.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oh.
I'm not supposed to say that, but yeah, that's pretty much what happened.
It's all right.
They're
But-
all about
which-
you on race day live, helping you
Understandable.
out.
To
and
an
bump you.
extent, understandable. I'm not stressing it, but yeah. So by the time I got up there, it was even worse. And then, but in the LCQ, it was obviously fresh, so I hit it. And then, thank goodness, they rebuilt that transition and the other transitions going back before the whoops, before our main event, which made life so much better and safer. So, like, super happy that they did that. So yeah, I was pulling the quad, I'd say 70% of the time in the main event.
Yeah, you think that was a big key to what
So
helped
that
you make
was
up
that
time?
was. I think so. Yeah, because that's how I would. That's how I got around on Clayson. That's how I got
I was going to say,
up on Starling
Yeah,
several
like that
times.
was
so,
that
yeah.
was the passing spot. Yeah,
because Clayson said in an interview I heard that he did not do the quad all day. Or if he did, he
No.
maybe did it once, and he was like,
Yeah.
nope, I'm done. Like, I'm not. He was like you. He came up just a little short and was like, nope, not even going to try it. So, yeah, if you were busting that out, that was a good thing. Now, did you end up in Q2, did you end up using that line I was telling you that everybody was starting to do, which was the going over
Hello?
table? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Are you there? Oh, crap. We just dropped the Wi-Fi just dropped.
Can you? Oh, sorry. So can you hear me? I got you.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Now we're back on the Wi-Fi.
Oh,
Okay.
Starlink is
Starlink's
over
failing us over here. Did you end up using that line in Q2 that I told you where Chase was going single over table
Yeah.
and then 3-3?
Yep. 3-3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Did it seem like it was helping?
A little bit, yeah. I liked it better just because you could carry so much more momentum into the corner. Because if you went on off 3-2, you had to check up a lot on the 2 or just send it into the corner, which I didn't like doing.
Okay.
Because it was like flat and then the corner. So like it wasn't settled. It wasn't the same as jumping up into a bull turn. So yeah, when I changed that lineup, I liked it. It was technical because like going table or single over table, that next 3, like I feel like you could have went 4 off of that thing. Like you had to be really careful because it was so easy.
Okay.
But no. So yeah, I think that helped a little bit. But
I did.
they changed up the track a little bit and worked on that transition to make that line more reasonable because everybody at the beginning of the day was going on off 3-2.
Yeah.
So that makes me think of another point, and I want to ask you this, Kev. So after that first practice, Sexton was pretty much the only guy doing it, and then the second one, everybody comes out doing that over table 3-3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's got to be Dartfish or the Ghost programs or whatever that is. Do you feel like those should be banned?
Crazy. How do you know about this? I literally have never heard of Dartfish, and I heard Dartfish literally 20 times this weekend.
Yeah, so Anderson.
What is that?
Yeah,
I've heard that this is like a program where they can lay riders over each other to watch the difference.
Yep.
Yeah. So Dartfish, Anderson talks about it a little bit on some of like the Gypsy Tail stuff he's been on. But he goes into the truck in between races, and let's say Roxon's fastest and Anderson's third fastest at practice. They take those laps, lay them over top of each other, so Anderson can look at it and be like, oh, okay, he's soaking this up a little bit, he's going a little lower in this corner, or he's hitting this rhythm kind of thing. So, and then I got to thinking about it, I'm like, don't you think that should be banned? Like, it's kind of a disadvantage to some of the other guys in the pits, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah. I mean, it's a big.
will they ever do it? Probably not.
It's a massive disadvantage to the privateers that don't
Right.
have access to it, I
Yep.
guess. But when it comes to technological advances, dude, like that's a game changer for a team to have. So I just think it should be fair. But obviously, you know, as a privateer, you probably just got to step a massive part of your program up to get into that.
Right.
Yeah, my thing is like, I need to know like, what's it cost? Where do you get it from? Like, what the fuck is it? Like, is it like, how do these teams get these laps from every other person? Like, they have a filmer filming literally every guy, but what if you don't get a guy doing his fast lap? Like, I'm confused.
Well, it was kind of a thing that was unknown. I think it was a little bit of an edge for Anderson in his 18 season when he won that title, because he was talking about how he was in the truck with Bobby Hewitt looking at Dartfish and stuff, and that he's like a very visual guy. Like, if you show him a video, he can figure it out.
Yeah.
And then he went over to Cowie and was like, hey, can I lay this lap over the other one or whatever? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, they had never heard of it themselves either. So,
See, I feel like I've heard of Dartfish forever. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's crazy that you haven't heard of it, Kev, till like this weekend.
Yeah.
Huh.
Literally heard it 20 times this week, and I've never heard of it before.
yeah, from the same thing, everybody figuring out that line.
What do you say?
What were people talking about with it? That figuring out that line for the second practice kind of thing? Is that
Yeah, a little bit, but no, I heard people like joking about it in track walk, saying like, "Yo, send me your Dartfish after qualifying or whatever." Like, I don't know, like it was.
Kev's
a
like,
couple
what the hell
riders,
is what are these people talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a
honestly
Cool
had no
Clubs
idea what
thing.
it was. I thought it was like a joke. Like I thought it was something that had nothing to do with racing until now that I'm learning that it's how they lay riders over each other to look at the difference of times and laps that they have.
I feel like
I
they
don't
came
know.
up
That's
with a better
fucked up,
name.
dude. It's like all the cool kids at school know this secret and don't tell everybody
I
else.
felt like they could have came up with a better name too. That's a really terrible name.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, is it an app? Does anybody have anybody know? Nobody knows.
Yeah, I don't really know.
No, only
either.
the cool kids know.
All right, Kev.
Looks
So,
like
cool
we
kids.
got some research for you to do.
all right, Kev. So here's what I need you to do. So I'm going to need you to walk over to the Husky truck. I'm going to need you to tell them, hey, just got 14th.
This is a good segue.
I need to. Yeah, this is a great segue. I just got 14th. You have a guy out. You need another guy.
I really want to know how to use Dartfish.
And then boom, then we can figure out what the hell is going on
And
with
then
this
Nate Ramsey
Dartfish.
comes back and goes, "We don't have that anymore."
Yeah, exactly.
What?
So,
You there?
yep, we're here.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
there
yeah, we want you to ask Nate Ramsey about
No,
Dartfish.
I heard. Yeah, I heard everything. No, I went over and introduced myself. Told them to consider me if they need to fill a spot like that or anything like that. So conversation went well, but I don't think they're, at least right now, as from my understanding, they're not in a crazy rush. But he told me that he'd keep me in mind kind of deal, which is cool.
All right, so here's what we need. We need all the listeners to go over to the Rockstar Husky Instagram page and comment below. Give Moranz a ride.
Moranz Mafia.
Moranz Mafia.
Dude, the Moranz Mafia needs
There
to
we go.
assemble.
And then somebody needs to do Photoshop of Kev on a husky. And just put him in the background.
Just make
Look,
it
dude,
awesome.
hey, Kev's got enough following the Moranz Mafia. I'm sure they could flood the husky.
Hey, and you know Rockstar Energy loves their insights.
It only takes 500 people to make this happen, I feel.
Yep.
So
Rockstar Energy loves their social media people.
Yep. So what's
yeah, before great, him and Christian. Just two social media darlings.
boom. And
Boom.
just drop just like maybe
but,
not use
no,
us, but
yeah.
use us and be like, yo,
only to talk with Paige.
Huge Christian Craig fan.
If you're talking to Paige, it'll go over well. If you're talking to Christian, he'll have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, dude, there you go. Talk to Paige because she's the real insider that makes things happen over there.
Well, and she knows us. Christian doesn't.
Yeah, dude, there we go. Yeah, see, there we just fixed everything for you, man.
Kev's gonna be on Husky in 2 weeks.
You heard it here first.
I think Craig is actually kind of cool with me because I told him I went up and said thank you to him after Salt Lake City because he put up the first to the finish line $1,000 and I obviously won that, so I went over and thanked him. And obviously, like I race against him, so I think he kind of knows who I am. Probably doesn't really know who I am, but he knows my name. So yeah, I don't know.
Craig family, just a good group of people.
Wonderful family.
Yep.
Big,
Cole, do you like the Craig family?
Craig fans.
I've come around the corner, dude.
Good, because you were hating the beginning of
I
the year.
have turned the corner.
Giving a reach around over there.
That-
Big Craig fans over here. Big Craig fans. So,
we should not say that.
all right.
Clearly.
So Kev, what?
Did he just go clearly? Wow.
So
That was rude.
So Kev, we're are you in Florida now? Is that the deal here?
2 hours away from Tampa as we speak.
Sick.
Hey,
We riding at Jumpin' Jack Chambers' place or what?
Hopefully.
Sick.
But no, I mean, we'll kind of see where we fit in, what tracks are available, when I need to ride, because I don't need to ride a ton, a day or two a week is kind of the plan, especially with my whole side and hip and butt and everything completely road rashed.
Oh yeah. So where did you crash?
so, yeah.
Where did you crash in Q2 there?
Oh, actually, speaking of that, I have I need to post that up here. What time is it where you are?
7:30.
oh, it's prime posting
Okay,
time
perfect.
on the East Coast.
We're on Eastern time, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going through time changes. I don't know, but yeah, no, I have an epic frame by frame from Jason Freebird or whatever like that. Epic frame by frame of the crafts. So you will see it tonight, but it was in the tan section. Just tucked the front end. Just literally like a tip over the bars, kind of bike came up and around. I was going to be totally fine. But obviously I was like wide open in the sand and the rear tire came up around and just destroyed my back.
Sick.
Sounds like everyone else.
So that was
Pirellis
super
are
fun.
eating.
Them Pirellis are
Those
eating,
Pirellis
boy.
were eating.
So
Hey, Kev.
Yo,
Those
Don't say something
those
stupid.
top 15 bonuses hitting a little different.
bro, I made an extra $200, or let's just say this. Between me getting 22nd at the Triple Crown and me getting 14th in the main event tonight, I think my pay difference is going to be $400.
Travis,
Oh my God.
Travis, do not
That's
go on a
such a laughing
tangent.
matter.
Don't go on a tangent, Travis.
just okay.
Punch yourself in the nuts.
Hey,
right
How
man,
now.
about at least from the sponsors, other than the promoters? Will those be hitting different?
Yeah, that's
I don't
100K.
really have too many. I wish. I don't really have too many contingency deals this year, unfortunately. But I do have some good Moranz Mafia supporters that throw me a little bit here and there if I have a good night like that. So
That's cool.
Things tend to add up, but it's definitely nothing significant. But
do you have to
it all
do?
goes back to the program.
Do you have to do top 10 to do better contingency for KTM, or what's the deal with that?
I don't know. I haven't gotten any contingency this year yet, but usually, like in the past, they've been pretty slow with it.
Okay.
Like last year, I don't think I got any contingency until like round. Well, obviously, I didn't get anything in the first 6 rounds because I didn't make a main event until round 6. But yeah, we don't get paid for night show KTM. You only get paid for main event. And I could be wrong, but I think you might only get paid for top 20. I don't know if you get paid for top 22. Actually, I think that is wrong. I think if you make the main event, you'll get paid. But yeah, I got the payout breakdown right now. The 22nd, it pays $2,250. 14th pays $2,650. So it's a $400 difference from last to 14th.
Travis, don't. We don't have time for this.
We'll just be we'll be quiet on that, but that's just the information for you.
Well, look, see, when Kev gets on that Husky in 2 weeks, some top 10 bonuses will really start hitting. There
The
you
top 15 bonus probably.
You know, it's kind of wild because this is public knowledge, but this is kind of wild. To podium, to be P3 in the 450 class, you get $4,500.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's out there. That's fucking.
All right, Kev, we're going to move on because that Travis right now is really just bothering me because I know he's about to go on a tangent. So we'll just move on.
Oh yeah.
But
he's
thank you
as
for
red
the
as
information,
Kool-Aid man
bud.
over
You
here.
actually like to talk about the money portion. It's good.
Yeah. We appreciate that transparency.
Travis?
Okay,
I mean, it's
so
public knowledge, so I'm not stressing out.
yep,
No,
it's
but you're
just
like,
out
but
there.
you know
It's
how guys
just-
don't like to talk about stuff. So that's what we mean is like you even just be willing to even talk about money because everybody else would just dodge the question. They'd be like, let's just move on.
Just gonna rub my temples here while we finish.
Cole,
this
you got
up
anything
here.
for Kev? Because Travis, I really want to mute him.
I just got the can of worms out and opened it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
All right,
All right,
so-
Kev, what do you want to talk about?
Me? I don't know. You know, the Moranz Mafia. Go to KevinMoranz.com. Check it out. That's all I want to talk about.
This guy is just a
Marketing
consummate
machine.
professional, just all the time.
Rockstar. We need to.
Do we need to put an ad out there for a nice, lovely young
No,
lady
what-
somewhere down in Florida
this
to
dad is
ease
not-
his pain?
He's
No.
got all sorts of nice, lovely young lady.
Look, what we
fans.
really need to
Have you
do
been
is-
following his story because his story's been fucking.
What we really need to
fire.
do
What's he
is
got? A
get
bunch
Kev-
of women or what?
Yeah, dude, all sorts of them.
We need to get Kev back on the race day live because Dan Hubbard will lose his mind.
Well, see, that was the cool thing about being in B group this week. Now, even though
Yeah,
the
did
track
they talk
sucked,
about me a little
you
bit?
were
Oh,
on
Dan Hubbard
TV.
was losing his mind.
bro.
Dan
you were
Hubbard
all
wants to
over
take you
it.
to dinner and wine and dine you.
Yeah,
And
probably
I'll just say
69.
it, 69. yeah.
Did they talk about KevinMoranz.com and the Moranz Mafia stuff?
I don't honestly
I
remember.
No,
think he
Dan
did.
did. Yeah,
I
he
think
did
he did.
because he was talking about how he was talking about you giving some insight on the track. And he was just
Oh,
really
yeah.
interested in your take on it. I don't know. Apparently, you guys had a conversation on press day or something.
Yeah, he shot me a text, so I texted him what I thought of the sand section and the whoops.
Oh yeah, he was super pumped on that. Kevin Moranz helping us with the track breakdown.
Except
hang on,
about
hang on,
100
hang on.
octaves a lot. Except 100 octaves
We're
higher.
firing off on this guy because he drank like 8 Monster Energies before the broadcast.
And probably about 8 Jägermeisters.
But how
on
was
top
he
of
in a
it.
conversation with you? Was the energy there, or is it just for TV? Because he's like real in your face on TV.
Wait, say that again?
Dan Hubbard, is he?
What about it?
Is the energy real high when he's having a face-to-face conversation
Not on
with
camera.
you, or is it just an on-camera thing that the energy is that high?
I think it's more of an on-camera thing because he's a normal dude off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
he can have
high
a
energy.
I had a buddy meet. They ran into him and was it him and Lee? No. Who was the Fresh Prince that was doing the shit last
Oh,
year?
yeah,
the
yeah.
Fresh
They
Prince.
ran into Dan Hubbard and Fresh Prince last year at the bar after the race, and he was like, "Dude, they were awesome." We talked to him for like an hour and a half about moto. So, yeah. So I kind of had a little inside line of like he wasn't that high strung off camera.
Yeah, I had
but
no idea,
I was
but-
asking, but it was a curious.
I don't know, but
question.
that dude is
It's-
always promoting the Patreon, Kev's Patreon, when he's
He
talking
is.
about Kev all the time.
He's in love with you, bro. He probably really does want a 69.
It is the new relationship. It's like Ralph Shaheen and James Stewart.
Yes.
I do wonder
Yes.
though. Have you?
So,
Kev, go ahead.
so it's PR work, brother. You know how I sent you that thank you plate?
Yeah.
Dan Hubbard got one too.
I was just about to
there
ask
we
that. Have
go.
you given him merch? Like, have you ever given him like some shirts and stuff, and he's been wearing them? Because like getting him in a Moranz Mafia shirt, I really think would be,
That would be pretty trick.
I feel like, dude, I don't know if he probably wouldn't be able to wear it on Race Day Live just because of sponsorship. But I bet that dude on Track Walk would be supporting that thing all day
Yeah,
long.
that would
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Well, hey, I can shoot out a text and see about getting you into Moto Sandbox if you want to.
Yeah, if we need to, let me know. Or I'll let you know if we need to. But
Okay.
I don't know. We'll kind of play it by ear and see what is available.
I was gonna say it might not be like a hey, you can ride there 4 days a week thing, but I might be able to get you in a couple one or 2 days a week, for a couple of weeks
Yeah.
or something, just as a place to go that's is solid.
Yeah.
So
That'd be sweet.
yeah, so let me know. We'll chat about it this week, man. So all right, well, thanks for coming on, brother.
Good luck at Tampa.
Yeah, good luck at Tampa. We'll talk to you this week, and we'll let you get back here to your awesome drive.
Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate you guys.
All right, later, man.
See you, Kev.
Alrighty, bye.